Hi Sagittarius, this is going to be an overview of 2020. It's just an energy of each month, and remember this is a general reading, so it's not going to be for everybody. So if it doesn't resonate, please look up your moon sign, your ascendant sign. This is also for moon, sun and ascendant for anybody else that wants to listen in, even those that cross watch. Very welcome here. Hope you get something out of it. And if I say something's coming out in January, for some people it might come out in April, for others it may come out in September. Energies are going to be different for everybody. We all don't have the same birth chart, so the energies could be completely different depending on where your chart falls, okay? So if it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. Take out of it what you feel is right for you. It's not going to be for everybody. And if I talk about he or she, just, you know, I don't know who's listening in, what gender you are, what's your sexual how you see yourself. I just read the cards as I see them. So take out of it. If you feel that you're one gender and the other, take it for what it is, okay? If you wanted something more specific, you would have to get a one-to-one reading. So let's get started. Just looking at, it's a very strange stone. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this stone before. It's actually known as the Magician's Stone. It's a really strange little stone, but it's looking rather, I don't know, it's looking rather strange at the moment. Anyway, let's get started without no further ado. We're getting into January here. Now, I know like to be you're a fire sign, and this could be you, even though it's the Emperor, because the Emperor, I normally always see the Emperor as an Aries, but it's a strong person. It's someone who is really determined and, you know, not going to take any more nonsense from anybody. Very level-headed. Get into January with, right, this is how I want my year to be. It could be someone else around you. Could be a father, a husband. It's normally quite a mature person. Someone with a really good balanced attitude. Can be someone as well who is very it's their way or no way. You know, they're quite dominant. But I feel, you know, could also be a boss as well. I feel that in January, this energy or this particular person, whether it's you or someone else, there's going to have to be changes, because it's almost like you want to walk away from this particular, because we have the Eight of Cups here, and the Eight of Cups always depicts someone moving to higher ground. So either you're taking on this stance and moving yourself away from stuff that you no longer want to have in your life, whether it be people, situations, a boss that's maybe overbearing. You are going to be moving away from this person, or you're taking on this energy to be able to muster up the courage and the tenacity to move away. As I said, this is a general reading. It's going to be different for everybody. So this is either you, or it's someone around you that you feel that you need to move away from. Maybe this person is actually giving you the strength to do this. Maybe this strong energy is actually giving you the backing to move on with your life where you felt you couldn't do it before. Moving into February, we have a Knight of Cups here, and the clarifier is the Page of Wands. And you know, this could be a water sign, doesn't have to be, but I feel someone is going to be coming in with some kind of message for you. They may be going to ask you out, or try and find out stuff about you. It could be someone that's looking into your social media, maybe spying a bit about you, asking everybody that you know about you, trying to get into your circle, if you like. I feel you have an admirer in February, and whether you find out about them or not, I don't know, but I think they are going to be there. And with the Page of Wands here, they could send you a message. They could send you a text message or an email of some description, maybe being quite flirty, because we've got the Knight of Cups here. They could be trying to test the ground, as in whether you're single or whether, you know, you're coupled or whatever. But I feel that they're going to be trying to find out information about you. We're moving into March, and I think this is you here, the Queen of Wands, with you being a fire sign. And I think you're just going to take the bull by the horns, and because we have the Fool, you're going to just throw caution to the wind and go with your gut instinct. I think maybe before you've been quite cautious and maybe didn't want to do things in case of how it made you look or how it affected other people. And I think when we look at March, you are just going to say, well, you know, it's now or never. You could be taking this person up and they're flirting and maybe going out with them, or whatever it is that you want to do. You could be looking to maybe change careers. Maybe you were scared to change careers before, or yeah, I mean, it could be that whatever it is you want to do, you're throwing caution at the wind. It could even be something right down to changing something about your appearance. Maybe you were thinking about going, you know, getting maybe your nose, some kind of work done, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of cosmetic surgery, and you were always put off before, but now you're just going to go ahead with it. You're just like, oh, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. Whatever this is, for you to throw caution at the wind like that, you've put a lot of thought into it and just decided you're going to do what makes you happy, nobody else. In April, we have the King of Pentacles here. Now, that's normally an earth sign, but I almost feel like you are going to be offering your cup of love to this particular king. Now, Pentacles is normally an earth sign, which is normally Capricorn, an earth sign, I think Capricorn, Virgo, and a Taurian person maybe. Doesn't have to be, but they tend to have that kind of energy about them. I think you're going to be trying to get some kind of meeting with them or offering them something. It's maybe someone you've known for a while. I feel that you're maybe going to pour your heart out to this person, maybe tell them how you feel. This could be what's happening from the month before, where you're deciding to go with your gut feelings. If you have had that kind of feeling about someone, I think you're going to open up to them in April. Or if you're a male, listen to this, maybe a water sign or whoever you've got your eye on is going to be coming in with a proposal of some kind. I would say a romantic proposal. In May, we have the Justice card with the Six of Wands. I feel that if you have been waiting on some kind of judgment, maybe a court judgment, some kind of legal aspect, maybe you've been waiting on some kind of I don't know, some kind of judgment, a court judgment. It's going to pay off on your side because we've got the Six of Wands here. You've got triumph in that. You could be getting a payout in something, or someone is going to be held accountable, and it's not going to be you, because it looks to me that you are going to be on your high horse and quite happy, whatever this judgment is with the Justice card. So something's going to get paid out in your favour in the month of May, Sagittarius. When we get into July here, we've got the Death card. Now, the Death card can be a Scorpion, okay? Can be a Scorpion person. But I think it's with this judgment coming out, I think it's the end of you feeling like the Five of Pentacles, feeling down and out with, you know, maybe being shut out from the rest of the family, maybe being down in your luck with money. Because as you can see, it's like two people that are kind of out in the snow, left out in the cold basically. But I think it's coming to the end of that. If you've maybe been ostracised from your family, or if you've been ostracised in a place of work, or anything at all where you have been pushed out, it looks to me it's coming to an end for whatever reason. It's going to be different for everybody. You know, a lot of people could have read that as being there's a death, there's something coming in, the ending of something, and you could be getting pushed out of something, but I don't think it is. I think it's working to the extent that it's the ending of you feeling this way. You could have just been really cutting yourself off from people. Maybe just felt that you didn't have enough to go around. Maybe you didn't have enough finances to feed your family or pay your bills or whatever it is for everybody. It's going to come to an end. For some reason in July, could have been from the month before with this windfall. When I say a windfall, I almost feel like maybe someone's owed you money and you've had to take them to court to fight for it, or they've owed you something, they've maybe done something and you've had to take them to court. I feel you're going to be getting justice, and it could be in a financial payout, and it's going to leave you feeling that you're not left stuck in this place when it gets to July, that you don't have maybe enough any longer. When we get to June, here we have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords normally depicts someone looking as if they're stealing and they're taking stuff that don't belong to them, because they're looking quite shifty. But you're getting the Ace of Swords has came out with that. Now, I almost feel that you are going to be given information or clarity on someone who has been behaving in such a manner. If something's been getting done in the background and no one was sure, you couldn't prove anything, I think it's going to be getting brought to light in June. You're almost going to be, I don't know whether someone will come in with the information or you just find out, or you witness something. You could be witnessing something in June of someone doing wrong or breaking the law. You maybe have to confront this person, or you could be getting asked to stand up in court and tell your story in the month of June. Now, I mean, this will be different for everybody. This, I'm not quite sure what this could mean. Be careful as well with your own, I mean, here's the gates and everything all wide open. Be careful that the security around your home isn't lacking. Maybe your door locks aren't up to scratch, because I really feel that you need to really start protecting what belongs to you. I mean, with the Ace of Swords here, it's almost like someone has given you a warning. You know, you're getting this sword to almost protect you and yourself. I'm not saying you're going to be violent, but I'm almost saying that you need to maybe take things into your own, you know, to take back power, if you like, or someone's going to walk off with your stuff. That's in June. As we move into August, I think you have been feeling, you know, like you've been trapped, and I think it's more mentally. I don't think it is physically. I think mentally you just feel that you can't seem to move forward in some way. It's like you don't know what way to go. And I don't know whether this is to do with your work life or your home life. You could have been feeling absolutely like you have maybe a bout of depression. You know, sometimes we use that word depression just a bit too lightly. Just maybe feeling stuck, like you don't know what you want to do. You've got to this stage in your life and you're still not sure how you want to take it further. But we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and it's karmic. So it's like what goes around comes around. It's like you have done this going round in a circle to come back up. If you've been feeling down at all, as in feeling depressed or that things are just not working out, it's time for the wheel of karma to come back up again. So it's like you're coming out of feeling that way, feeling like you're stuck and you can't move forward, or your mind feels like your mind's feeling confused. Be careful as well if you're taking maybe too much medication. You're medicating yourself, that you almost because look at those swords. There's almost like some kind of fuzziness around them. Like there's no clear thinking. So, but be careful as well. You're not taking alcohol on top of if you're medicating. You could be self-medicating. if you're given some kind of tablets prescribed by your doctor, make sure you're not drinking as well, because I almost feel like you're not seeing that this karmic time is coming to an end. Whatever this is, it's coming to an end for you. You are going to be moving into a better stage in your life when it comes to August. In September, you know, you're walking away. You've got the 8 of Cups here. You're walking away from, I think this new time's kicked in, and you're going to be taking the high ground now. Now, I feel in this stage it could be to do with your love life, but I think it's to do with feeling that you want to now do a job, or you want to do something that makes you filled with joy. You could be in a job that you just feel like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. It's too mundane. It doesn't feed my soul. It's almost like it doesn't feed you emotionally, whatever the situation is, and you're going to break away from it. I feel that you are going to be looking to do another kind of job. You're going to be learning new skills or mastering something that you've always wanted to do, because with this we have the 8 of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. So it's like you're walking away from something that held you back. You've got this, you've done it for so long. It's an 8, so it's not in a new beginning. This is coming to a closure, to move on to you mastering something. It could also be that you do a job that you know so well, or you're with someone that you know so well that it's time to shake it up a bit. Maybe you need to learn new skills to be able to do this job, or you need to work on your relationship to make it work. Whatever it is you have to do is going to happen in September, and this doesn't have to do with work, even though you can see him mastering his craft. This could be you putting in the effort and in the work to get your relationship working. You know, because it is a Cups card, that the first card it got drawn. When you move into October, we have, I almost feel it's the same King of Pentacles we had in April. This King of Pentacles is taking another bow in October. He hasn't been around in the last few months, or he certainly hasn't been prominent in the reading, and I feel that in October he's going to be coming back in. Now remember, in April I felt that you yourself was making a gesture of some kind of emotional offer. That's the only way I can say it. Maybe you've asked this person if you want to take the relationship further. You were almost waiting about for them to make a decision or make a choice, because we have the Temperance card here, and the Temperance would say, you know, it's all about patience. I think you've had your patience for this person. You've let them come and go as they like. Maybe not put too many demands on them. Or maybe they've been doing that with you. Maybe they were the one that was offering you stability, or to make the relationship go further, and you were the one that was kind of I need time to think about it and don't want to rush into things, and that's where the Temperance card would be. But it would seem here, it would seem like either yourself or this other person. If you look at the Temperance card, we have 1 foot in the water and 1 foot in the ground, so it's almost like either you or them were never quite in the door, if you know what I mean. You never quite gave your all. It was almost like you were here, or they were here, but they weren't really. You know, it was like they could have left at any time. And I think in October something's going to happen that's going to make some kind of decision, whether or not they stick around or whether you stick around with them. And that's in October. When we get into November, we have a Page of Cups again, and again I keep bringing it back to your love life. It's almost like maybe what you were asking for before from this. It doesn't have to be a water sign. I just feel that it's something to do with your partner, or a partnership, as in a romance. Maybe something is getting offered to you, but I feel with the 7 of Wands, you're still not quite happy with this. It's almost like it's not enough. What they're bringing to the table is not enough. Or maybe if this is you, Sagittarius, that you haven't, maybe this other person wants more from you, and you're not, you're acting like a page. You're almost like, you'll give a little bit, but you won't fully embrace the relationship, or they are doing this with you, and either you or them is just not happy. It's like, well, you're wanting more because you're starting to put up barriers again. You're starting to put up this basically a force field where you're just not going to let them get in. If they want to talk things through, you could be keeping them, I feel as if you're keeping them at arm's length at this particular moment in November. I feel either you or them want a committed relationship, but they're just not offering, or you're just not offering enough to make it that way. But when I picked out two clarifiers for, because after seeing this, and I pulled out in December the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands always depicts stability. It depicts, to me, the signs of wedding, happy family, stability, moving in together, making up a home together. You see all the lovely, little rabbits, and we have the fireflies, and it's very spiritual, and it's like two people that's on the same page wanting to bring the family together. And I thought this didn't really resonate with the cards that just came before it. So when I pulled out the other cards, one was the Hangman. So it would seem that yes, you are heading towards the stability that you're looking for, but with the Hangman, it's not quite moving as in December. The Nine of Cups also came out. You will get there. The Nine of Cups it's like having a feast. It's like a party. It's like people coming together. Maybe you holding an engagement party or organising a wedding, but it's just going to take time. You maybe just feel with the Hangman at the moment, you're feeling, or the other person is feeling stagnation. It's not moving quite as quickly as you hoped it would be in December, but you are heading in that direction. The Nine of Cups, of having it all. You're nearly at the end of what it is that you want to come in for you. So I hope you get something out of that, Sagittarius. As I said, it is a general reading. If you want a personal reading, you would just have to contact me for a one-to-one. But I hope, as I said before, reading this in the middle of December for the beginning of January. So I hope you have had a fabulous Christmas and a great New Year, and I hope to see everybody back in 2020. Even the number 2020 sounds quite magical. I think it's going to be a great year. So let's speak to everybody later. Bye bye, Sag.